Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Everyone, please put on your videos.
Hi, good evening.
Good
I'm
evening.
driving, so I'll be listening to you.
All right.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Everyone, come on the camera so that we all can connect.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
I'm outside, so I have to be on.
Okay, but I'll encourage everyone to participate. Yeah. All right. And few things before we begin in. So we are going to have an interactive session, okay? It's not going to be something that I'm going to just say and you are going to listen. That will not happen, okay? Are you all with me? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's quickly start with our brief introductions. I'll start with my introduction. Some of you already know me and some of you, those who don't. I'll just give my brief introduction. I'm Sonali. I'm RCI certified psychologist. So I'll be taking the session with all of you today. All right. So just to take it forward, I can ask anyone to just start with their introduction. What mainly I would want to know is what's your name, where are you from, and what interests you in this field of child psychology. Okay, that's it. So that we can start from there. Pratibha, can we start with you?
Yes, absolutely, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. My name is Pratibha. I am from Pune. I am admin in Little Millennium. This is a pre-primary school. And why I like to join this child psychology? Because as I am dealing with the children and their parents, it is very important me to understand them very well. And apart from this, as a mother, this is I think we every mother has to learn about this. That's it, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Next, anybody who wants to volunteer, or should I only take names? You
Ma'am,
can-
I'm Dr. Jinsi
Sure.
from
Go ahead.
from Tirupur, and I'm a homeopathy doctor. So to support with my work, I'm taking child psychology.
Okay. All right.
Madam Srinath here from Belgaum. So I am a banker. I love children. That's why I would like to learn more about child psychology, and also I am pursuing the second year in MA psychology.
Okay. All
And
right.
major is counseling.
Okay. Great.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Vidya Lakshmi. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I'm working as a student counselor in a school. So, as previously a few of people said, first I want to know child psychology to deal with my kids first, then to apply it in the school also.
Okay. All right. Yes. Next.
Lakshmi ma'am, good evening. I am from Salem, Tamil Nadu. Actually, I was working as a kindergarten teacher for the past 6 years. Now I left the job. I just want to go as a student's counselor. So I thought of studying about this child psychology. Ma'am. That's it. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay. Yes. Next.
Ma'am, I'm Shudipta. I have a school, preschool. I'm from Kolkata, and I have to deal with the parents as well as the students too. So just to know the behaviors changing and everything, I just joined this course.
Okay.
And to even with the deal with the parents also.
Okay. All right. Yes. Next.
Hi everyone, this is Bharati. I've completed my MSc Psychology. I'm from Tamil Nadu. As a psychologist, I want to know about the children's behavior and their attitude issues and all. So I want to join this course.
All right. Next. Next. Go ahead quickly.
Hi everyone.
Yes, Pulkit.
Hi everyone. My name is Toolkit. Basically, I'm from Rajasthan, Jaipur.
What about child psychology? I'm interested in each type of a person's psychology. That's my first day consistent trial class for me.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. Next. Who was
So, ma'am,
saying? Shubhra?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
My name is Shubhra Saini. I'm from Dehradun. I'm pursuing masters in clinical psychology, but I'm quite more interested in child psychology. So I'm for this.
Okay. All right. Yes. Next. Dia?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm from Lucknow and I'm pursuing my bachelor's from clinical psychology. So I wanted to know more about ADHD and autism. So that's why I joined this webinar.
Okay. All right. Sudhanshu?
Good evening, ma'am, and good evening to all. This is Jess S1 from I completed my psychology honors in 2020. I have interest in this, so that's why I want to attend this webinar or workshop.
Okay. All right. Yes, Sunny?
Good evening. Yeah, this is Sunny Roy from Silchar, Assam. I'm a school owner, and then, as you know, to deal with students right from dawn to dusk. And here I am today to enhance my skill and serve better. That's all.
Okay. All right. Haripriya?
Yeah, ma'am. Good morning. Good evening. I'm studying BA English in SRM and I'm interested to learn about parenting psychology and that's it.
Okay. All right. Yes. Harith?
Shall I go?
Okay. What's your name? Yeah, Rucha.
My name is Richa Dashrath. I'm from Pune. I'm a school counselor and wanted to enhance my knowledge. That's why I'm attending the webinar.
Okay. All right. Next, Harriet, you can go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am. My name is Harriet from Tamil Nadu. I'm interested in psychology, so basically I'm an engineer, ME in engineering. I worked also. I'm so much interested in psychology, so I tried searched many ways in online and I came across this and I joined.
Okay. All right. Everyone, please put on your videos. It's not allowed. Okay? You will not get certificates. What's the point of not putting on your videos? It's of no point typing. Okay? What kind of, it's just a few minutes webinar. It's just for an hour's time. Please take out time. Just be there. And then I'm sure few things here and there can happen if you really want to learn. Yeah? I would encourage to have a participative session. That's why I'm emphasizing put on your videos, turn on your audios and speak. Okay, we can't just have a boring session. That's not something that I would want to go ahead with. Yeah, it's boring for both, for the person who's taking the session and for the ones who are attending. And I'll ensure that you guys will not sleep. That's my promise. For those who've already been in my sessions, they already know this. Yeah. But for that, it's always a two-way process. It can never be a one-way process, right? So when we begin with parenting, this topic, when it was given, so what do you think is what is parenting? When we talk about the basic term, what is your understanding about parenting? It's not necessary that you've become parents, then only you realize that what is parenting. What is parenting?
Bringing up a parenting is knowing yourself first and knowing your child. Knowing means understanding yourself and your child.
Okay. What else?
Supporting a child emotionally, mentally and physically, and bringing them up.
Right. What else?
Building transformation.
Okay. What else?
Bringing the child,
Upbringing the child.
with all values.
Is it a one-day learning process or you take time to learn?
It takes time.
It will take time actually.
Do you all think that, okay, the day you got the news that, okay, you are about to be parents, okay? So, and you just learn parenting automatically. Is it true?
No, this
Yeah.
is
No.
very slow
Within
process.
24
We
hours,
have to
some
learn,
magic
and
happening.
by each and every step, we have to learn so many things. So it
Absolutely.
is
So
tedious
parenting is
process.
a full-fledged journey. Yes.
Every
And
day.
Yes,
you
yes,
know,
absolutely.
One thing actually,
know,
as a parent, I can tell that the parenting is not easy.
We get new
of
surprises
course,
every day.
of course. And you know what? With every child you meet or with your own child, it's very different. Every child is unique in their own abilities, right? For some, you might have to push them a lot for a lot of things, right? For some, it might be very different that, okay, you don't have to push them a lot. They are quite independent with a lot of things, right? But with some children, you really have to go out there, help them, support them. So that is also one way, right? Also, in the end, what is the most disheartening thing that we as professionals see is that parents feel that maybe they have not done enough. So I would really, really, really recommend you to actually talk to parents whenever you are dealing with your clients. See, I'm talking from a professional perspective right now, okay? So talk to them because they have lot to share. A lot of times they are so much filled with so much of challenges that they just feel that, okay, maybe they went wrong somewhere. But let me tell you, in parenting, there is nothing right or there is nothing wrong, right? I'm sure each parent tries to their level best to get the best for their own child, right? Even as professionals, we try our best to get the best for the child, right? So it's always a process where parents have to be connected with the whole team in order to, if they have some kind of difficulties that they already know that, okay, my child's, this is the strength, this is the weakness. How about we work on the weakness rather than criticizing and making it a problem, right? So we all as individuals can identify our own strengths and weaknesses, right? There is a way to deal with it. Either we can sit and crib, oh, I don't know this, I don't think I can do it, or maybe find out some way where I can support my strengths and then slowly and steadily work on my weaknesses. Okay, this is what you have to equip your parents or maybe yourself if you are a parent yourself. Okay, as a professional, if I say, equip yourself to psychoeducate parents, psychoeducate other professionals, psychoeducate other people that parenting is a journey and it's okay to go wrong somewhere or the other. Yeah, you can always learn from your mistakes, from your experiences. The way you experience, the more you experience, the better you become, right? It's a very old saying, but that's very true, right? So every child's journeys, there is no one formula that can fit all. Okay. So when we talk about positive parenting, I hope all of you can see my screen. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
so positive parenting is an approach that focuses on building a strong, positive relationship with children and promoting their healthy development. That's what you all said. It involves understanding child psychology, development, using effective techniques to encourage positive behavior, support child's emotional and mental health. That's what we are focusing on. Positive parenting can help nurture child's emotional social development while also promoting their academic success and well-being. By fostering a positive home environment and using effective communication discipline techniques, parents can really help their children develop into confident, resilient, and compassionate individuals. So, this is the basic key that can be used to when we talk about positive parenting. ठीक है? A lot of you are not from this psychology background, so there are different stages of development. That a lot of you are from this background, so this can just be. I'm just quickly browsing through the basic part. Infancy, 0 to 2 years. Early childhood, which is 2 to 6 years. I'm not going into depth, but this is the basic for all those who are not from this field. Middle childhood, which is 6 to 11 years, and when we talk about the adolescent, which is 11 or 12 until 18 years. Okay? When we talk about nature versus nurture, a lot of you who have studied psychology would be aware about this concept. What do you understand by that?
That both nature and the nurture means the nourishment and the environment of the house family affects the growth of the child, both physical and emotional as well as mental.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So,
nature is,
yes, tell me. Go ahead.
yeah. Ma'am,
Yeah,
nature
yeah.
is the environmental factor that influences the person, and the nurture is the heredity factors.
Okay, right. So when we talk about the family environment, how many of you feel that family environment plays a very important role in a child's development?
100%.
How many of you feel?
Family environment is also important.
How
I
many
feel.
of you feel? Can I have a raise of hands? Or maybe you can raise your virtual hands as well, if not physically. All right. So I think most of us, those who are there, feel that yes, family environment or home environment plays a very, very important role. And whenever we are taking history and whenever we are trying to, so a client has come to us, whenever we are trying to interrogate, this is one very, very important aspect that we need to consider. We need to ask who all are there in the family, whether the child lives in a nuclear family, whether the child lives in a joint family. Why do you think this kind of information would help? What's the difference in nuclear or joint? What information will it give us?
Yeah, in what environment, the kid is growing up and what kind of values or what kind of, issues he must be having.
The
Okay.
child will be affected by the different personalities in the joint family.
Or maybe the child is too pampered. Is it true?
Yes.
That also happens.
Yeah.
See, if we should consider a real life scenario. I'm not saying, but most kids who are from the joint family, they're very pampered. Oh, even if he does not do something, that it's okay, let it be. Maybe someone or the other will be there to save him. Yeah, is it true?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So also there we see more attention seeking behaviors because he gets a lot of attention, so he also plays around, right? So he knows that okay, mama papa will not agree, so maybe chachu chachi will help me with this thing. Huh? So this is also there. Also, a lot of times in nuclear families where both parents are working, right? They go in the morning, they come back late at night. Yeah. The child is just there alone, maybe with some help or some arrangement that has been made. Yeah. So there also the child at times becomes very attention seeking because he's not getting attention at all. Right? So all the nature, the exact nature, what is the root cause? What is it? Why is the behavior happening? That is something that we really need to understand in order to bring about a change in a behavior. Because ultimately, we'll just say that, oh, he's seeking attention a lot in the class. He's behaving like this a lot in the class. He's not just sitting, he seeks others' attention. He goes here and there, he does not sit, he poor concentration. We are seeing the surface level behaviors that are the product, right, that have been there, which have led to, because maybe they were ignored in the initial phase or maybe given attention to. A lot of times we give attention to the wrong behaviors and then they get escalated and lead to some severe behaviors, right? I don't know how many of you worked very closely with children or maybe with your own child. So this is exactly what happens, right? If a child is, playfully hitting you, like this, and you're like constantly saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, he's getting a lot of attention from you. He will do more. Your don't do it will not help. Okay. So in this case scenario, if we ignore it a bit and not do this again and don't use verbals and be like, okay, then mama is not bothered only. I think I should use something different to catch her attention. Then that behavior will eventually reduce. Okay, this is just one of the technique. This is just one way that I'm telling you. Okay, so one way is to maintain a neutrality in any kind of challenging behavior. Okay, that can definitely be used. Okay, so now coming back to, this was just one example that I wanted to share. Now coming back to the role of parents in a child's development. So just what we discussed, parents can provide emotional support. So a lot of times when parents are not able to give them emotional support, they sense, they tend to lose their confidence, their self-esteem becomes low. So parents should and can provide emotional support by being there for their child, listening to them, validating their feelings. This helps children feel seen and heard, which is essential for their emotional well-being. Physical support, providing for child's basic physical needs such as food, shelter. I think this is all, you all are aware about it. Clothing. It is important to be part as a parent. It's important and it's your duty. Parents can also support their children intellectual development, for their intellectual development, and give them opportunities to learn and explore. Read to them every night. Just always suggest this also as a psychologist, that parents should read to them maybe one story, half a story, something or the other, depending on, before going to bed they should read to them. This definitely helps them generate a lot of curiosity and develops the language skills. That develops automatically, right? You do not have to give extra efforts for that. I'm sure all of the parents can spend in at least 15 minutes towards the night and read to their children. That does wonders. A lot of research has proven that does wonders, and I've also tried it with a lot of parents personally, also in my cases. That actually helps build up their language. Also, the child connect, especially when parents are working and do not have time. That's the good time to spend with your child. So there are a lot of techniques that you can use as positive parenting. You can suggest being a psychologist, offer verbal praises, and recognize a good behavior. So what happens is, we often tend to label the child, oh, you are a bad boy or you are a bad girl. But we do not tend to find out what bad did he do. Maybe how about we just explain it to him? This was not the right way that you behaved this way. How about this was a bad thing that you did? So we are not blaming the child as bad. We are blaming whatever behavior that he did, right? There is a big, huge difference. Children understand that. Then the next time they'll come to you, I'm not a bad boy or a bad girl now. No, I've not done it. Don't you think that's a wrong label that we all put? Yes. That's something really wrong that has been pertaining to a lot of parents, that, and then later on when they grow up, they have these things within them, and then a lot of emotional concerns come in during their adolescence time, because in their childhood they have been blamed like this, that you're a bad boy, you're a bad girl, you did not do this, you did not do that. Because of this, you are a bad boy or a bad girl. So these labels we should always stop avoiding. Using positive body language, such as smiling, maybe to show some approval, some affection, and not just ignoring the child. Maybe some validation to the child. Small rewards, such as stickers, maybe a smiley for whatever good things they do. So pick up small little things. Children do not require big, big things. So train your parents also. If you're a professional, train them that way. That pick up small little things and praise them. Because what we want to do is increase the good behavior and decrease the bad behavior, right? Or a negative behavior. So how would we do that? There are two ways. Either we snub the child for the negative behaviors, or we increase the reinforcement or reward for the positive behavior, so that the child does more of those positive thinking, that okay, mama gets very happy, or my teacher at school gets very happy when I do this, and she praises me or she gives me a reward, so I should do more of the good behavior. All right. So this is also another way, using natural consequences, such as allowing a child to explore the results of their own actions rather than imposing a punishment. So a lot of times, let the child introspect also. Where did he go wrong? And let him explore also. So let it offer some choices. Let him choose. Let him feel. So these days, children do not like to be, directed. You do this, you do that. Offer them two choices and then see how it works. Huh? Using logical consequences, such as taking away privileges that are related to the misbehavior. Example, TV time if a child refuses to do homework. Using timeouts or quiet time to allow children to calm down, reflect on their behavior. So a lot of times, this timeout technique, this is used when children, especially with special needs children, yeah, they engage in a lot of aggressive behavior and they have difficulties calming themselves down. Yeah? So this technique is being used so that they get calm. They have a place which is called as the timeout room or maybe a calm down room. So you make a separate place and let them go there when they are not to the best of their behavior. And once they are calm, they can come out. So this is just for the child so that they can express themselves. Why this happens, why they engage in such severe aggressive behavior is because they have difficulties with expression. This is mostly seen with children with autism, yeah? Or maybe severe ADHD also. At times they have a lot of meltdowns. Yeah. So I'm not saying that this only happens with this, but I'm just giving you an example that this could be a case scenario. If you're aware about these disorders, you'll be able to connect a bit that why do they have such severe meltdowns? Because their ability to express is less. They cannot use a lot of words to express themselves why they are getting angry. So they express themselves like this. So when we talk about the home environment, establish a routine with the child that, okay, this is the playtime, this is the study time, this is your bedtime, so that you are also clear what is expected from the child and child is also clear what mama expects from me. Or as a professional, help them create this timetable so that they follow a routine. Create a safe and comfortable environment. Ensure that home is safe for the child. Encourage open communication. Let them say what they want to. Be a good listener. That's very important. A lot of children, in school, I don't know how many of you are school counselors, you must be getting that, ma'am, can you just listen to what I want to say? That's the basic. Oh, mama came very late. She was very tired. But can you just come and listen to what I want to say? What happened to me with yesterday? Or maybe I had a fight with my friend. Huh? Or maybe something good happened that I wanted to share it with someone. Yeah? So they just want a good listener. So be a good listener as a parent, the child. That's the most basic expectation that we all can. How many of you agree that listening is very important for the child's overall development?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry to
You have
interrupt.
some examples to share?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Yeah, share.
I have seen in my family a teenager boy. He always says to his mom that first listen to me, then say your side,
Mm.
your thing.
Yeah.
Always says he always says to his mother, and he says to me also that you listen to me first, but my mother doesn't listen to me.
Right.
So it plays a very important role so that their
Absolutely.
emotions can come out and they
Yes.
feel relaxed.
True. Yes. What else? Who all? Lot of you raised your hands. Unmute and speak.
Yeah, ma'am. I even experienced myself. Most of the time after school and college, I have to say a lot to my parents and spend time with them. But they are always busy saying, I know they are not excuses, but at least I hope they will spend some time with me and listen what I went through the college today or what happened with me with my friends, and that's
Okay. All right. Yes. Who else?
Ma'am, this is Sarika Kothari here.
Hmm?
I'm
Yes.
a school counselor,
Hmm.
and recently I'm working with only children only. Their children have complained that nobody is there to listen to us, Whenever we talk, they were like, Mama is busy, Papa is busy. No one has time to talk what they exactly feel, share. So I have that habit. Whenever my daughter come back to the home, I always get everything done and I spend quality of time with her. We'll have food together, and that half an hour will completely with her only, and she'll express whatever she feels like,
Yes.
whatever she done, what a friendship, anything she want to share. We have enough time to talk. So I
Yes.
think this is the best thing. We have to spend time with the children.
Absolutely. And even if you're not there, just give a phone call. Okay, you can suggest it to your parents. Okay, just give a phone call and let the child talk. At least 10-15 minutes, I think we all can take out from our work thing that, okay, my child has come. Keep those 10-15 minutes frozen for your child. That also really helps. Mama called me and I told her everything. That's an excitement of a next level, let me tell you. Mama or Papa, either of parents can do. Sometimes Mama is not able to do, Papa can do. Papa is not able to do, Mama can do. So either which ways, yeah, you can always do that. So that's one thing that really helps. So when children just come from their school, they are excited, they want to share something, or maybe they are not to the best, maybe they did not have a very good day, so whom will they share? Yeah. So this is a good time to spend. If that is also not possible, okay, you can always tell your parents or maybe implement it on yourself to have a good, half an hour of playtime towards the night, maybe while doing dinner together. That is also a very good time wherein you can maybe play one board game or maybe have dinner together. That will also be a good sharing. Yeah. So the child should have one parent with whom the child can share everything. Yeah. That's very important. That one person, one go-to person, irrespective. So usually it's a good thing that maybe one parent can be a bit strict, one parent can be a bit lenient, so that the neutrality can be maintained. Yeah. We always used to have this notion that, okay, maybe Papa is strict, so Mama is a bit, there, so we can share everything with Mama. Why do you think that notion was built?
Create a balance and cover every aspect of behavior.
Yes. And it was not something that was out of the blue. If both parents are strict, then also we get to see a lot of concerns where the child is so scared of their own parents.
Yes.
Huh? So maybe at times it's okay to be strict, at times it's okay to have some rules. It's always a good idea to make it clear to the child that these are some of the rules that we have to follow. There are some rules which are negotiable and some rules which are non-negotiable. Like, for example, switching off the TV post 10 o'clock. Maybe post 10 o'clock, no TV can be used, or maybe no devices can be used. Yeah, that rule. And everybody in the house follows it. Okay. So this rule, maybe that's non-negotiable, that no matter what, children can't manipulate that. A lot of parents are facing discipline related concerns. So this can be a good strategy to clearly tell it to the child that, okay, these are some house rules that we have to see. And this is non-negotiable. Maybe not going to one class someday, maybe some tuition or maybe some class, that is a negotiable thing. Yeah, but that again, maybe you can follow that, okay, week may only 2 times you can miss. Now you choose. Okay? So make clear guidelines for the child. A lot of times what happens is children are themselves confused what is expected out of them. So set clear expectations. That also helps in lot of clarity. Okay? So help them. So when they come to you as counselors, also help them fix these things. Help them fix a routine. Help them fix up their timetable. Help them fix, okay, what is something that you like? What is something that you don't like? How about pairing it? A lot of times children do not like one particular subject and they tend to avoid those classes or maybe studying that, right? So how about pairing it something with that they like? And mixing and matching so that the child is also happy and you are also happy that the child is able to cover up. Okay? So we have to find out strategies, we have to find out ways how we can deal with on a day-to-day basis. Okay? These are some of the concerns that if you are working as a counselor that you might get. And this might look like, okay, ye to chote mote concerns and these are such tiny little concerns, but let me tell you, when they are all gathered together, they create really big problems. I'm sure a lot of you might be getting these kinds of concerns or maybe might be experiencing also being parents. Yeah. So these are day-to-day challenges. So it's very important to build strong relationship with your child. That's the most important thing. Just like I told you, be a good active listener, show interest, provide that emotional support, establish clear and consistent boundaries, model positive behavior and communication skills. Do not use abusive language in front of children. That's the very important thing. That's something bad that they learn and which they apply it in other places. And then you guys only will get complaints that the child is doing this, the child is doing that, right? It all starts, and children these days have lot of exposure to television, lot of exposure to YouTube, lot of exposure to internet. So it's important to limit their screen time, set boundaries clearly, put on locks, be bad parents when it comes to screen time, because that's something that's good also for them, but that's bad also. So in a limit everything is good, but when it goes beyond that, you really have to have clear boundaries with respect to that. So why, when I say that model positive behavior, what is the kind of behavior that you can model it to the child?
I think it's generally, uh, don't listen, what we are saying, but what we are doing, what we are, in our daily routine, how we are speaking to them, how we are taking responsibilities. I think that makes a lot of difference. They really see that how when something happen, how we as a parents, we are taking those things.
What
I
else?
think those actions are very important, for them, that how we are acting.
Right. What else? What kind of behavior we can model and show them? Think of some examples.
Let us be the perfect children for our parents. So if it is a joint family, then it would be a great thing for them to understand like what moral values are and how we are, how we have to give respect to the elders and all.
Right. What else?
Similarly, as we said, practicing is better than preaching. When we are very angry, in that we should not show emotions, throw something, or using bad words. Then the child automatically learns that. So we have to be very calm and composed in front of the children. Then only they understand that even if we are not good, this is not the way to show the emotion. We have to be calm and quiet. Like that, they.
Right. Absolutely right. Yes. What else? What other examples you all can think of?
Yeah,
Helping
I
nature,
think
ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead. Either one of you. Both of you can speak one after the other.
Okay. Okay,
Chalo, Sarika
helping
ma'am, go ahead.
Okay, helping nature, ma'am. Like
Hmm.
sometime he do all the mess. He's a 4 years old child, and
Hmm.
even I had to help him. Okay, we both can clean the mess. So even
Hmm.
when I am doing some cooking work, even he come with me, Mama, do I help you? You don't need any help. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
we both will do it. Sometimes you get irritated also, but I have to control my patience. Okay, come on, we both will do it. That's the
Hmm.
helping nature where he learn to help each other.
Yes. Right. Also, when they spread a lot of toys, yeah, the
Yeah.
way you are, so the way you are going to, put them together, involve them so that they put it together by themselves. They learn it that when I play, after that I have to clean up also. Clean up should be part of the play only. Yeah. So this is also another very important thing. Parents come and say that he just spreads everything here and there and does not clean up at all. So from the beginning only, start making these things as a habit. You will not find it difficult later on. Yeah. Yes. Haripriya, go ahead. You were
Yeah,
speaking.
like we have to be safe. Mean children should feel safe with parents. I mean, in myself, even I did so many mistakes, and somewhat after I want to tell my parents, but I'm have tried. What will they react, and what will they say? What if they scold me, beat me? I mean, they don't. What if?
Yeah.
And we have different beliefs from parents, and I think parents should respect that beliefs. I mean, we should not uh, like mm, we should not press them to believe their beliefs, and we have different beliefs and morals because we live our life. We do. Parents don't live our life, right? So I think we should respect the our beliefs and values.
Right. So also it's a two-way process, right? If we give respect to our parents, parents also respect us.
Yeah,
If
of
we
course. Yeah.
disrespect them, then they also feel that, okay, it's of no point respecting your opinion. Maybe you are
Yeah.
always wrong. Okay? That also happens. But as parents, if we think, yes, they should also be a bit flexible. As times are changing, lot of advancement is there. Like we never knew that screens would take over everything, or AI these days would take over everything. Small little doubt they have, they quickly open the chat GPT and they ask, and then they just quickly answer. So that's how they function. Oh, mama, let me go and figure out. I'll be back in 2 minutes. And then they're like, chat GPT question answered, and then they are through. And then they come up with this kind of a automated response that, okay, this is the answer of it. So they are so quick. Had we not been advancing regularly and had we not been being flexible, it would have been difficult for all parents to accommodate, adjust, right? And if we bring in the traditional values that no, 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 you can't go to the screen, you cannot use Google, or you cannot check in there, how would they learn? These days, they learn from the research only. So we have to keep on upgrading ourselves as parents. So please tell this also when you do parenting training. Okay? They have to keep themselves updated. That's a very important thing. So active listening, encourage open communication, use appropriate language with children. We've already discussed. Avoid use of any negative language. Use positive reinforcement as much as you can. Reward them with something or the other. Okay. So there is a difference between rewarding or bribing the child. A lot of times what happens is we say जल्दी से ये करो उसके बाद ये मिलेगा. ठीक है? Even if the child does not wants it also. We'll be like जल्दी करो ये मिल रहा है. That's something that we are bribing the child for. There is a difference. When you are appreciating the child or rewarding the child when he does something, or you can always do a contingency review that yes, remember, when we are done with this work, then only we are going to the park for swings, or maybe then only we are going for, then only you're getting a chocolate, or maybe then only you're getting your favorite thing. But जल्दी करो क्योंकि आपको ये मिलने वाला है इसके बाद. That's not a right way. That's clear bribery that we do. Yeah. So we should appreciate the good behavior. And also when it comes to negative behavior, try and have a neutral response to it. A lot of times when we scold on the negative behavior, that also they get reinforced, that okay, mama will get angry, time will get wasted, I should do this. So they tend to challenge parents in this way also. That's what, I'm just telling you whatever parents come and share. Okay? So they are like, okay, now I'm going to waste time because I don't want to study. So what I want to do is I will make mama angry. How will mama be angry? Children know very well. Yeah. The way mama is going to react when I do this, when I do that. So they do it. Then mama gets angry. Time gets wasted. And that part, whatever they had to do, study together, or maybe they had to do, that gets postponed. And the child gets his desire to study. How about you be neutral and you change the pattern and do not react? Child will feel that, okay, mama did not react to it, so I think I should study only, or maybe finish this only, then only something will happen, something good will happen. And how about he studies and you reinforce the good behavior? Oh, good job, you studied very well. So that behavior we are trying to increase. Oh, mama gets happy when I do this, right? Or when I finish everything in time and then go to play, mama gets really happy. So we are inculcating that values that, okay, finish your work and go and play. Mama does not have any problem, right? So that is also clear expectations or clear boundaries that we are setting, or what is we are expecting of the child, and increasing the positive behavior in children. Okay? Discipline, when we talk about discipline, set clear expectations and consequences. Use positive reinforcement. Be consistent. Whatever you are saying, you should remember. Okay? Even as psychologists, even as school counselors, whatever you tell the child, remember, children are very smart. They remember everything that you say. Ma'am, you said this yesterday. Today you are not following it. Or mama, you said this, or papa, you said this yesterday, but you're not following it.
They are very observational.
Yes, absolutely. They know everything. Okay. They will not write it anywhere, but they will have it here. Yeah. So they are very good at. So remember what you are saying to the child, and also be consistent with what you are saying. One day modification, the entire mehnat gone. Okay? Be strict in that okay, no, this rule has to be followed the same way. There can be few minutes up down, but we have to complete it today only. Okay? With respect to, I'm just talking an example of the timetable that you've prepared, that okay, this time to this time, this has to happen this time. Maybe few minutes here and there can happen, but not like 3 hours of TV ho gaya, baki sara time to chala hi gaya, and then it's sleep time. That should not be the case. And then the child learns that okay, this can be an easy escape that I can do. He will do it again the same way. Yeah? And then that gets, if that gets aggravated towards the end, then that becomes a behavioral problem. Then tantrums will start, then throwing, aggressive behavior. Why to get into that only? Started from the beginning only, no? Yeah? Be mindful from the beginning only. Set clear expectations. Yeah? Model good behavior, we've already discussed. Understanding and managing emotions in children. So it's very important for us to do that. If a child is crying, a parent can say, I see that you are feeling sad right now. That this helps the child understand what they are feeling exactly and what gives them words to express it. So you are acknowledging also that you understand what they are going through right now. So parents can also model healthy emotional expression and regulation at that point of time. So seeing their parents handle their emotion in a healthy way can be beneficial for the child in that manner. It's very important for parents to understand that children experience a wide range of emotions just like adults, because we often tend to ignore that are ye to bacha hai, he will not, he how he can cry, how he can feel sad. No, that's not true. They feel equally sad, they feel equally angry as adults too. And rather, I would say more. Yeah. Or maybe equally happy also in that case scenario. Yeah. So we should acknowledge that they also have the full right to have different emotions like adults do. When we talk about play in children, play is a very important part of child's development. Yeah, involve them in play. This definitely helps them with good problem solving skills, creativity, enhances socialization. That is the best part. Yeah, so help children develop good social skills, social learning, emotional intelligence also gets developed. Also, when we talk about this play can also bridge the gap between the parents and the child. As I said, keep a playtime that okay, 20 minutes is our playtime where the entire family, mom, dad, child, all are playing together and having dinner together. So that where even if the you are not talking but you are there together, so child feels secure that yes, my parents are with me, they are giving importance to me. Also, a lot of times we say that okay, game chal rahi hai, we are trying to say that okay, game is going on, okay, let's see who wins, right? This is the statement that we often use, huh? And then we say, oh, who won, when the child goes to play with his friends. Oh, who won today, who won, did you win or not? Right, we often use it and it looks like a very normal statement, huh? But it has a very big impact to the child. How many of you ask the child, did you enjoy this process of playing? Did you enjoy the game? How fun was it to play? What did you feel while you were playing it? Did you feel happy, excited? We are just giving a message to the child that you who won the game. And we are giving a message that it's very important to win in life. Huh? That this is a very common concern that we often see when children grow up. They are like, I have seen so many children's diary, their personal diary that they bring in for their counseling sessions. When we tell them to, okay, journal your thoughts, they say that I couldn't score this much and make my parents happy. I couldn't win this game and make my parents proud. Is it really for the parents that they are studying, or maybe is it really for the parents that they are playing a game? Why does this happen? It's not parents' fault. Of course, it's not. But it's also implications of the statements that we make with children. Parents do not have any intention to put pressure on the child. The child takes it because of our statements. How about we turn those statements into positive statements? How about we tell them, did you enjoy the game? How happy were you when you were playing it? Who all played together? How many of your friends were there with you? Yeah. So this is just another way of looking at it. Then automatically while you're asking is the child will say, oh, mama, this child won the game today, I'll try tomorrow to win it. Oh, that's great, you can definitely try tomorrow. So can you see the conversations shift? Child will also not have that pressure that mama wants to ask me whether I enjoyed the game, whether I played with all my friends, whether I socialized with them or not. We are trying to shift the focus. Okay? I know it's a bit deep and it might sound like that this is so normal to ask them that who won the game. Such a normal statement, but the kind of impact it has, that differs. Maybe you can try it and let us know maybe sometime. Okay? How the change and shift in energy that you feel with the child, the brightness that you will see in the child's face, that okay, mama didn't ask me who won or how many marks did this person get, this person get. She did not compare. That is also another thing. How many grades did your friend get? Who scored the highest in your class? Yes, these are some of the very common questions, and we do not do it out of any purpose of comparing. We just generally ask, oh, who got the highest? Yeah, so that creates an unnecessary pressure to the child. Lead by example. As I told you, be good models to your child. Use everyday opportunities to teach them morals and values. So once you display what do you want your child to do, taking turns, maybe someday helping others, maybe in the family only, maybe someday something that the father used to do, maybe mama can do, mama used to do, father can do, or maybe two people can do it together, and the child is observing that they both are doing it together. So that's just a way to show that yes, you help each other in the house. Maybe making the child responsible, that okay, whenever we eat on the dining table, we always clear it, right? There's nobody who's going to come and clear it behind you. Huh? So maybe everyone goes and keeps their plate. Few small little rules, because later on what happens is parents come up with these kinds of concerns only. He just runs away after eating. But how about we clear expectations only, initially only, that this is a good way to do it, and everybody is helping. Whatever is there on the dining table, everyone goes and helps. So it's not just like only one person has to do it. Yeah, even if there is house help, the child can always go and help in that case scenario. So we are teaching few small little things to the children. Use stories, use examples. That is a storytelling is a very good way of teaching lot of things which we can't teach them otherwise. Yeah, picture books. A lot of times what happens is there are a lot of emotions which cannot be expressed. A lot of times there is bullying that is happening in school, or maybe there are a lot of other concerns, maybe sexual abuse, if you want to educate them regarding good touch, bad touch. So during that age, so all of those things can be taught with respect to storytelling. That's a very good way of teaching your child. So try and inculcate storytelling somehow or the other. Even when you are reading, then also if you go ahead with some sort of storytelling, that's a good idea. Try to increase their child's physical activity somehow or the other. Put them into uh, maybe some class, or maybe you take them out for walk if that's possible. Some sort of physical activity is very necessary for children. Okay, so a lot of concerns when we talk about children or adolescent. What happens is, you as counselors might be getting a lot of concerns with respect to that. Okay, relationship concerns could be there. Yeah, abuse, substance abuse related concerns. Yeah, or maybe any other friends related concerns. A lot of times they're not able to, changes in behavior, changes in sleeping, sleeping pattern being here and there. A lot of times unexplained physical symptoms could be there. So how and what we can do in these regards? How we can, if a client has come to you with these concerns, how do you think you can handle it? What's the first thing that you are going to do as a counselor or a psychologist? Yes, anyone can speak up. Unmute and just speak, please.
First, we try to talk to the child
Hmm.
so that
So
he
first thing is form rapport with the child.
yes,
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 rapport with the child, right? Second is understand the concerns. Yeah. After understanding the concerns, what are we going to do?
we will ask the child at what point he is facing problems. or what else is disturbing him.
Okay. Interrogate about the case in detail, take history, take it forward. Yeah, understand. Then what, everything is done. Now we know everything about the case. What's the next step?
It's the intervention.
Devise a treatment plan.
That is
Yeah?
the intervention.
Yes. What intervention is required? Whether it is day-to-day counseling, whether it's, if severe, medication, then we have to refer them to a psychiatrist. Yeah. Or maybe if the child needs any kind of specialized therapy, like for example, cognitive behavior therapy. So then maybe referring them, if you are not trained yourself for therapy, maybe referring them for some therapy. Yeah.
Ma'am, can this be held to any art therapy through drawing? Maximum children, they express their feelings.
Yes, absolutely. So recommend them to an art therapist. Okay?
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm just telling you the process, how to go about it. Then once that is done, yeah, maybe you can call them up for a follow-up session. Maybe after 6 months, come up for a review just to see the progress. How, whatever interventions you suggested, are they working with the child or not?
Yes.
Or maybe if any changes that need to be made. Okay? So that can also be done. So this is how you function as a child psychologist, or maybe a psychologist or a counselor, even if you are there in a school setup. These are the ways where you can approach to any concern that you might get in. All right?
Ma'am?
Got it? Do you all get the basic process?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Yeah, I think one of you were having a
How
question.
to deal a child who doesn't listen to his parents and has full peer pressure on him.
How to deal with a child who does
Who
not listen to
his
parents and
parents has full peer pressure. He only understands and wants to spend time with his friends only. I am
so here family
like this.
home environment is something that needs to be changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, family environment, home environment is good enough for his liking. But most time he wants to play outside home. That's
So then
what
boundaries have to be set up by the parents, that okay, you can play but up to this much time, and then you have to come back home, finish work, and then you can again go to play. Okay?
sometimes he fulfills the promise, the time limit, the boundaries, he fulfills it, but sometimes he breaks.
So increase the reinforcement, increase the reward. When you want to increase the positive behavior, appreciate the times he does it. Really make a big deal about it, that oh wow, you are here home and you are doing this. That's so good that you did it. Yeah. How about we do it, and how about we go for a playtime? Then he'll be shocked. Okay, mama, papa are only telling me to go for playtime because I did well. Okay? So try and reinforce the positive behavior. Whenever he's fulfilling his promise, try to make a big deal about it.
When he breaks the promise,
So then keep neutrality and do not send him to play then. Okay?
he
Send
also
him.
today, ma'am,
Yes,
nowadays children argues a lot with the parents.
they will, of course. They are learning it from the environment. There is so much of exposure. What are they seeing on the screens? This only. Yeah? Where are
Child
they
I'm
learning it
talking
from?
about is कि मीन्स बहुत से बच्चे आजकल यही कर रहे हैं कि उनको YouTube शॉर्ट्स बहुत पसंद है
बिल्कुल. तो तभी तो
बच्चों क्या
स्क्रीन
बड़ों
टाइम
के
पे
साथ भी
लिमिट
यही है
लगाना
कि
बहुत जरूरी है. सबसे पहले ही मैंने ये बोल दिया था. Screen time पे लिमिट लगाओ. Take the device. That okay, this much time we are going to use, and then the device is not available, and just take it. Yeah.
mother is saying that I give mobile to him only once in a week, only on Sunday, and whole the week they have to see the television for minimum 1 hour after all the study.
सी कई बार क्या होता है, जब हम बहुत ज्यादा वी इम्पोज इन लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रिक्टनेस ऑल्सो, देन ऑल्सो चिल्ड्रन बिहेव दैट वे. Yeah, if we do not give them freedom at all, then also they behave more in that way, because they say that other parents are doing it, why are you not doing it? Yeah, so we have to be mindful of what exactly are we doing and saying to the children, that yes, this much time is there, maybe once a week तो बहुत कम है किसी के भी screen time के लिए, ठीक है? How about fixing it on a twice a week कर लो, thrice a week कर लो, ठीक है? Maybe for 1 hour at
और
least.
मैम टेलीविजन तो उनको डेली देखने के लिए टाइम बना रखा है।
बट बच्चों के आजकल बहुत ज्यादा स्कूल प्रोजेक्ट्स भी ऑनलाइन होते हैं, ठीक है? they are
Ma'am,
not able to function that well, ठीक है? which is a very common problem that they see, ठीक है? I know parents are also helpless, they come to us and they share this. So what we do is we tell them that fix up a time and then take away the device. That's all parents can do, ठीक है? Once a week, ideally for any child, maybe if he's an adolescent or young adult, अगर उस age group में है, so that's very
He has
less.
just entered the adolescent group.
And that's a very common concern. So they have to be patient, they have to fix up. जैसे मैंने बताया था, non-negotiables and negotiables. Everyone mute yourself. From my side, there is no noise that is coming in, so you guys can help yourself by muting. Some people are saying that there's a lot of noise that's coming in. Yeah. So create some boundaries. What are some negotiables? What are some non-negotiables? And then ask them to do it. Okay? Okay. Chalo. Next question.
Can we have a quick discussion on ADHD and autism?
So ADHD, autism, we can have a discussion in this class. Okay? We have child psychology course where we do it in detail. Okay? Today's topic was more on parenting. Okay? We can discuss ADHD. ADHD, I can just quickly tell you what is the disorder all about. If you want in brief, can do that, but in detail we cover it in the child psychology course. You can take that up. We have a lot of childhood disorders that we cover. We cover a lot of aspects related to childhood. We cover a bit of theories. So we have a full comprehensive course of child psychology. If you guys are interested, please do enroll in for that. Huh? So all your detailed queries with respect to that, those can be taken. We do role plays also in there. And so one person becomes the child, one person becomes the client, and one person becomes the psychologist. And then that's how the way they handle the situations, you will be given cases, and how you handle those situations, that will also be done in the classes. So it's a full comprehensive course. So when I talk about ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, right? So the child becomes very restless, not able to sit, very fidgety, constantly moving, shaking hands a lot of times. So different children will exhibit different kinds of behaviors. Some will shake legs, some will be very fidgety, otherwise some will be not very fidgety, but they will be very inattentive. Like for example, if you're doing math, you are writing 24 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2. You have to bring the 4 down when we talk about the normal division method, right? Yeah. So they will forget to bring 4 down. They will just write 1 and they will move ahead. That's clear inattentiveness that can be seen. That's also part of the ADHD. ADHD has inattentiveness. ADHD has hyperactivity, impulsivity. They will be very impulsive. They will blurt out answers even before thinking. Okay? When we talk about autism, it is a speech and language related disorder along with some sensory concerns. A lot of them have speech related issues. It's not like that all autistic children have low IQ. Those who have more behavioral concerns, their IQ tends to deteriorate. Why? Because their learning gets impacted because of their behaviors. A lot of them have speech related concerns. If they do not have speech related concerns, they might have difficulties expressing themselves. That is the main thing that is there in autism. A lot of them do hand flapping, they do jumping, they have proprioceptive needs. Because of that, some of them are very sensitive to sound, sensitive to touch, smell. They might smell people, they might smell something new that they see. Yeah. So these are also, a lot of them do engage in some stereotypy. They do echolalia, like repeating the same thing again and again. Okay? That is also one of the symptoms. Okay? So baki in detail, we can do it in the course. Okay? Yes. Next question, quickly. We have 5 more minutes.
Yeah, a girl.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, quickly speak.
Ma'am, I have a question. You were talking about an example, like to deal with the children who, like the children who come and talk to you about the problem and you do the role play and all that. How sure are we that, like they are only talking the truth?
Role play? I was telling that in the session, in the class that we do role plays.
Oh, sorry, not that. Before that, you were talking about, like the children giving a problem and there is an intervention and all that, no?
Okay. So parents also come with the children. Okay? They give history. It's not just the child that we talk to. Okay? We confirm it from the parents. We confirm it if that's required. Maybe we talk to other family members also and know the concern properly. Yeah? And but yes, whatever client that comes to you, okay, with a concern, I'm sure, I believe that they are telling us the truth for now. You will, in 2 or 3 sessions, you will figure out whether they are telling the truth or not, somewhere or the other. Because maybe something they will miss out, something they will say contradictory, where you can always question them. What I do is, first session, whatever information they give me, I cross check somewhere or the other in the second session. You tend to pick it up from there. Okay?
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Next.
I have a question, ma'am. Yeah, a 5-year-old girl is very much attached with YouTube and cartoon. And when we take away these devices from her hands, then she cries a lot, and she doesn't behave in a good way. In that case, what should we do?
You have to cut down the boundaries. 1 दिन रोएगी, 2 दिन रोएगी, 3 दिन रोएगी, चौथे दिन अपने आप सीख जाएगी कि इस टाइम के बाद मुझे नहीं मिलेगा.
She's very much what to say. I mean, like arrogant, not
That's okay.
Not willing to obey, not willing to listen at all.
That's okay. All children are like that these days. Yeah.
If we hide
एक
the
बारी की
device,
बात है. एक बारी की बात है. ठीक है? You have to set boundaries. Okay. ऐसे नहीं करना कि एकदम से आपने ले लिया. ठीक है? Put a timer. Fix it up that, okay, this much time, make it clear to her in the very beginning that this much time is allowed for screen time. We have some rules in the family that we have to follow, okay, which are non-negotiable, and one is screen time. Okay, and after this, the laptop or phone or mobile, tablet, iPad, nothing will be available to you. Okay, make it clear before only. Okay, and after the timer rings, you have to take it from the child, no matter how much hangama the child does. Do not give it. ठीक है? आपको देना नहीं है. See, यहीं पे आपका टेस्ट है. 1 दिन करोगे, 2 दिन करोगे, 3 दिन करोगे, चौथे दिन में वो अपने आप समझ जाएगी कि इसके बाद मुझे पापा नहीं देंगे, no matter what. ठीक है?
But what I see, when the mother is strict, father is not that much strict. So he's very kind and very compassionate, and he allows. Okay, no problem. Let her use.
See, this is where consistent parenting. I've already mentioned it. Both parents have to be inconsistent when you are raising children. It's okay to create a balance at times. ठीक है? जैसे मैंने भी बोला था कि कभी-कभी थोड़ा सा मम्मा का, so that मम्मा कम strict हो रही हैं तो पापा जो है थोड़े strict हो जाएंगे with respect to guidelines that okay no you have to follow and then mama can always be like no we've made some rules, we have to follow these. इसके अलावा थोड़े बहुत rules negotiate हो सकते हैं, ठीक है, maybe 10-15 minutes here and there, keep a buffer time that okay 10 more minutes can be given and उसके बाद वो एक last time है and 10 more minutes भी हम week में सिर्फ 3 times ले सकते हैं, उसके अलावा हम नहीं ले सकते. आप चार्ट बना दो उसके सामने कि आपने 1 टाइम यूज कर लिया 10 more minutes, सेकेंड टाइम यूज कर लिया, आई नो थोड़ी मेहनत है बच्चे को क्लैरिटी देने के लिए, उसके बाद से वो सीख जाएगा, ठीक है. थोड़ी सी मेहनत तो करनी पड़ेगी अगर ये छुड़वाना है, या तो पहले शुरू से करा होता, ठीक है, शुरू से स्क्रीन दे दी, अब दे दी तो थोड़ा डिस्कम्फर्ट होगा बट यू विल बी एबल टू सेल थ्रू.
When parents are busy working, then
I
without their
agree with you. I
knowledge
agree
and
with you.
notice,
Absolutely. I
she will
agree. I
and
agree.
she will go to a corner and she will hide herself and she will watch all the cartoons.
Absolutely. I agree. See, we have to create boundaries. We have to make some way out, somewhere or the other. Now, to definitely, I have given you the strategy. How you implement it, that's your call. Okay?
Thank you.
Try it out. I'm sure it will work. I'm pretty sure about it. It has worked with a lot of people.
I have also tried it.
It has worked?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. Chalo, you have a live example. Then.
Come on.
Okay, so you all can check the chat box for the procedure. ठीक है? Okay, next question. Quickly, one more question I can take up before we end up. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's my personal question. Since my childhood, my parents are busy and I want them I always want to say something to them daily. But I felt unheard. These days, now I'm in college and they are saying, okay, why don't you spend time with me? Why are you always like calm, silent? But when I try to talk to them and share my thoughts, they always used to scold me. And then I was like, I shouldn't have said this. Why did they are scolding me? And it's better if I don't say. And I'm feeling like, but I still want to spend time with them. I don't know what to do.
So, how about you spend little time with them? Yeah? Because I know spending too much of time with them, you might also not like. Yeah? Or spending, then maybe something or the other might happen. Okay? Fix some boundary that, okay, maybe in a week's time, I'm going to spend this much time. Okay? Maybe start sharing few things, not everything, to get that trust back. Okay? Something that you feel that you will, try and filter out initially. Once you have that trust, you can start sharing everything again. Okay? Start by little. Okay? And do not feel, see, if parents, even if they say something, that is in the benefit of the child only. Okay? Do not feel bad. They are parents, they are meant to say something related to your moral values, related to this, related to that. They are parents. If they will not say, who is going to say? Tell me. Okay? What I will suggest you is that do not share everything 100%. Start sharing maybe 10% of it initially. And then increase it once you have that confidence that, okay, they are receptive to listening to you. Okay? Or maybe try and interact in something that's common interest between all of you. Try and have that kind of interaction. Do not share something very personal initially. Once you have that bond again, once you feel very comfortable, then you start sharing your own things. Okay? Got it? Chalo. Okay then.
Ma'am,
Yes.
1 minute.
Hanji,
Yeah,
quickly.
Yeah, I want to study parenting psychology. And after this degree, I want to do masters, but I don't know what masters should I do. I mean, which specialization I should do.
As in, parenting psychology का कोई specialization नहीं है, ठीक है? जस्ट
Okay.
चाइल्ड साइकोलॉजी में स्पेशलाइजेशन है, ठीक है. वी हैव अ कोर्स, ठीक है. ICS के पास कोर्स है, आप उसका कोर्स करिकुलम पढ़ो, ठीक है. रीड अबाउट इट, इफ यू लाइक इट यू कैन जॉइन दैट, ठीक है.
Thank you,
चलो,
ma'am.
ओके.
Ma'am,
हाँ
you are
जी.
please. Ma'am, I am dealing with a child. Actually, I am teaching him. He does moving his leg all the time, one leg. I always told him not to do. And whenever I ask him question, he gets excited and very loud. Are these also symptoms of ADHD? And
That
he
depends. This is very little information for me to come to a
speaks
diagnosis.
very fast when I ask him something and gobbled some words very much.
Maybe that could be some signs of ADHD. You can refer him to a counselor or a psychologist
My
for a
mother told
screening.
me that he has some speech disorder also in his early age.
Maybe. So that could be few of the exaggerated. So what happens is when you're not able to express, you tend to display a lot of behaviors along with that. Huh? That could be. So do not scold him when he is shaking his legs, because
No,
then
no,
you are reinforcing the behavior to do it more. He will do it more because then there will be more sound. He will get the attention he's seeking for. Okay?
Yes.
Give a neutral
My mother
face.
is very strict regarding this moving his leg. He said, her mother said, I will cut your leg if you move
That's
your
the
leg.
problem. That's why he's doing it more. Okay? Try
I
and
told her
maintain
not to say
neutrality.
those sentences to him.
Try and maintain neutrality. The concern will be less. ठीक है? Chalo then. Bye bye. Take care. Good night, everyone. See you all in the child psychology batch now. Bye bye.
Bye bye.